Good morning, students. Very warm welcome, all of you. Today we are going to start the third part of chapter number third, Iswaran the storyteller. Dear students, we have studied that Iswaran narrated a story in a suspensive way, in a horror way, about the tusker, means an elephant of uh, forest, and it got wild. So how did he smash everything which became in his way? And how did Iswaran gather courage and made senseless to the elephant? Now we are going to start from page number 15 and first paragraph of page number 15, chapter number 3rd, line number 3rd from the top of page. At this point, Iswaran would leave the story unfinished, and Iswaran finished his left and leave his story unfinished, just like he said he hit on the third toenail of elephant by a stick. It shivered from head to foot and collapsed and became senseless. And get up mumbling, and he mumbled, "I will be back after lighting the gas and warming up the dinner." He he left the story saying that I will be back after lighting the gas and warming up the dinner, means it is time to take dinner. Mander, who had been listening the rapt attention would be left hanging. Mander was listening the story with so excitingly, but he left hanging. When he returned, Iswaran would not pick up the thread of story right away. When Iswaran returned after warming up the dinner, Iswaran wouldn't pick up the thread of story right away. He didn't start his story where he left. Mander would have to remind him that the conclusion was pending, and Mander reminded that the ending of story was pending. Well, a veterinary doctor was summoned to revive the animal. Then Iswaran said, a veterinary doctor was summoned, called to revive the animal, to become his senseful. Iswaran would shrug casually. 2 days later, it was led away by its mawat to jungle. Then Iswaran said, after 2 days, the mahawat of elephant carried to the elephant to the jungle. Well, how did you manage to do it, Iswaran? How did you bring down the beast? And then Mander asked, how did you manage to do it? And how did you bring down the beast? Means how did you make senseless the beast? It has something to do with a Japanese art. I think, sir, karate or jujitsu is called. Then Iswaran explained to Mander that, sir, it is a Japanese art. It is a Japanese art. I think it is called karate or jujitsu. I had read about it somewhere. It temporarily paralyzes the nervous system, you see. Then Iswaran explained that, sir, the art in which I made the elephant senseless, it is called karate or jujitsu, and I have read about this somewhere in books, and by this art we can make any beast as a paralysis the nerve system for some time, as a temporarily. Not a day passed without Iswaran recounting some stories packed with adventure, and next day Iswaran again narrated a adventurous story in which there was adventure, horror and suspense. Whether the story was credible or not, Mander enjoyed listening to it because of inimitable way in which it was told. There was no matter what would the story is credible or not. Mahendra enjoyed to listen a story because the stories were so suspenseful, horror, and so we can say adventure. So there was no matter what was the end of a story, what we learned through the stories. It is no matter for Mahendra. Iswaran seemed to more than make up to the absence of a TV in Mahendra's living quarter. And dear students, the writer is saying that when the Iswaran was present with Mahendra, there was no need of TV to make entertainment. To make entertainment, there is no need of TV when Iswaran was with Mahendra. One morning when Mahendra was having breakfast, Iswaran asked, "Can I make something special for dinner tonight, sir?" One morning when Mahendra was having breakfast, Iswaran asked to Mahendra, "Can I make something special for dinner tonight? Should we prepare some special dish as a dinner tonight, sir? After all, today is an auspicious day." Then Iswaran says, "Sir, today is an auspicious day. According to tradition, we prepare various delicacies to feed the spirit of our ancestor today, sir." Then Iswaran explained that, "Sir, today is an auspicious day. At the day of today, lot of people prepare delicious dishes and they serve for their ancestors who are not in this world, and they serve and they feed the spirit of their ancestors, sir. So today is an auspicious day. I think we should also prepare delicacies dishes and we should also feed our spirits." That night, Mahendra enjoyed the most delicious dinner and complimented Iswaran on his culinary skills. Then Mahendra agreed with Iswaran, and that night Mahendra took a delicious dinner which we can say full of ingredients and full of taste. He seemed very pleased, but unexpectedly launched into a most garish account involving the supernatural. When they were taking dinner, Iswaran started his story, an anecdote in which he launched the garish account, the power of supernatural. Means he started to narrate his story in which there was part of supernatural. Means the part in everything is not exist in this world. Means he added the supernatural power in which we can say the story of ghost, the story of any spirits. Then he started, "You know, sir, this entire factory area we are occupying was once a burial ground." He said, "Sir, have you listened that the area surrounded in which we are living, it was a part of burial ground." Means at these places the dead bodies were buried before many times. Mahendra was jacked out the pleasant reverie he had drifted into after the satisfying meal. After listening this, Mahendra became afraid and he couldn't digest his delicious food, because he frightened by the power of supernatural by listening that it was a burial ground before many years where they were living. "I knew on the first day itself when I saw a human skull lying on the path." Then Iswaran said, "Sir, I knew about this on the first day when we came here, and I saw a human skull lying on the path. Even now I came across a number of skulls and bones." Then he said, "Sir, I have seen a number of skulls of dead bodies and bones were scattered here and there." Then Iswaran continues, told his story. He went on to narrate how he sometimes saw ghost at night. He narrated that, sir, I saw many ghosts at night. I'm not easily frightened by these things, sir. I'm a brave fellow. Then he said, sir, I'm not frightened person, so that easily can afraid by these things. I'm a brave fellow. But one horrible ghost of woman which appears off and on at midnight during the full moon. But sir, one thing also made me frightened, that one day I saw a ghost of woman who was appearing me for some time and sometime disappearing at the full moonlight. It is an ugly creature with matted hair and shivered face, like a skeleton holding a fetus in its arm. Dear sir, I have seen that. It was an ugly creature, not beautiful, and matted hair and shivered face. She has a lots of wrinkle on his face, like a skeleton holding fetus in his arm. Means the sight was so frightful, sir, by the female ghost, by her hair, by her face, and everything was so frightful for me. Mandar shivered at the description and interpreted rather sharply. First time Mandar shivered means he also frightened by listening all this, and he interpreted and said, you are crazy, Iswaran. There are no such thing as ghost or spirit. He said, there is no such thing ghost, spirit. I don't believe in this. It is all figment of your imagination. Then he said, it is your imagination, not reality. As you are saying, I can't believe. Get your digestive system examined, maybe your head as well. You are talking nonsense. Then Mandar said to Iswaran, that said, I think there is not proper your digestive system. I think you should examine it, and maybe your head as well, because you are talking as a fool person. You are talking nonsense. There is no sense of your talking. So I think you should check up your digestive system. Means you are not talking very well. Thus, dear students, we have completed third part of this chapter. I hope you have understood very well. The rest part of chapter we will discuss in my next video. Thank you very much.